Welcome to the conversation. I'm Sid.
I'm Twin.
Let's conversate.
So you guys, I know you heard about the Jordyn Woods, Khloe Kardashian, and Tristan Thomas drama with her going to his party, spending the night not spending the night. She said she was there to 6 a.m. and he
That's
kissed
spending
her.
the night.
It's very questionable. I feel like even if it wasn't really spending the night, like you didn't lay your head down and sleep in his bed, but you left at 6 a.m.
You broke night there.
You broke girl code.
Right.
That's girl code.
Right.
And your friends, even if it was the ex or man at the moment, you broke girl code. Like none of your friends should be able to go to your man's house and a party. Like those type of parties, you know what's about to happen. I'm sorry.
Right.
When this is celebrity and y'all going to house parties, y'all know what is about to happen.
Right.
So I feel like her going on to the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett. I felt like she should have just stood quiet.
I feel like I believed her, but what made it questionable was the fact that she should have told everything from the beginning. She should have not waited until everything was out to be like, yeah, he kissed me. You should have said that from the beginning. You should have said, oh, I was there. You should have said, I was there and he kissed me.
Right.
I left at 6 a.m. in the morning. When I was leaving, he kissed me. That left room for them to say, I can't believe her.
Because she lied from the beginning.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And my thing with her story, like, I want to believe her. I'm not trying to put no black woman down. But when she stated in her interview with Jada Pinkett that, oh, man, I could see why people may think something happens, because when we were sitting next to each other, and when he put his legs, I put my legs over him. You should not feel that comfortable to put your legs over your friend's man.
I agree, Twin, but remember, this is a black white girl living a white girl's life. So that's what white people do. They're overly body friendly. Us as African American people, we don't do that. You know, we don't cross certain lines when it comes to, touchy-feely in our space.
If Khloe was there, this is the question. If Khloe was there, would she have done that? Or have she done that before?
We don't know that. But I feel if she was comfortable enough to do that, A, she's done it before. B, she had other intentions.
Right.
She's trying to flirt with him. You know?
Right, and she's young, she's pretty, and he's a dog. So, of course, he's going to... Any little sign, and that's what the problem with men, any little sign, and it could be a sign that's really even not a clear sign, they run with it.
Right,
and that probably gave him that's probably the reason why he kissed her. But what killed me is that when she said she was leaving, right? He kissed her while she was leaving for her cab.
Her limo driver was parked outside.
Right,
that's what she said.
Did he kiss you in front of your friends that you was at the party with, or they left before you and you was going home?
She never mentioned that.
She never mentioned that. So I feel like that's suspect too.
That's
like certain holes in the story that just don't add up to me.
I believe her. I really do. I believe her. I just feel what's making her discredible is because she didn't tell the whole truth from the beginning. I also feel she chose the wrong platform to reveal her truth. She shouldn't have went on the Red Table Talk.
Right. Because that's her family.
Yes, of course they're going to take her for you. Of course they're going to ask the right questions.
Right.
Okay? If she felt she was telling the truth, she could have went live on Instagram, whatever social media app she chose to go live on.
Right.
She could have commented and responded when the Kardashian family was speaking out about her on social media, Twitter, whatever it was. She chose to stay silent. What makes me say, all right, this girl's telling the truth? Her family is afraid.
Right.
Her siblings can't go to school. Her mother's not comfortable with going to work. She's been in her house since this happened.
It sucks.
Why are you hiding?
And then I'd
have walked outside like this.
And then we sit there and we don't try to, but it seemed like the blame is put on the woman mostly.
Yes,
and that's what was happening. Everybody was like, oh, it's her fault. It's her fault. She was the one. She shouldn't have been there. And she agreed to that. She shouldn't have been in his house. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like your story just had holes in it.
You know what? in any situation, the woman is always being blamed. But like Lonnie Love said, that is community penis.
Right, because he did it.
Shout out to Lonnie Love from The Real. We love you. But yes, he has community penis.
And the same way you get your man, you lose him.
Yes.
When he got with you, his first baby mother was 8 months pregnant.
Right.
So
right.
At the end of the day, like if I'm
calmable.
Calm
as a bitch.
And you lost him just like that because when you was 8 months pregnant, about to give birth, he was cheating on you too.
So you know what else? I feel she shouldn't have blamed Jordyn for the reason why she split up, because
she apologized, but I feel like she should have said.
You cannot, especially when it comes to social media, because you know it's always made into something bigger than what it is. Mm-hmm. And considering who they are, mm-hmm. of course it's gonna be taken to the extreme.
Right, and
she should have never did that because it made her look stupid. And Black Twitter just said,
yeah, because it was wrong, Chloe.
Yeah, she was wrong.
She is not the reason why your man and you are not together. It's your man's fault. He cheats on you, and even after that,
from the reason she was just another piece to the puzzle.
Right?
And you know what? It was a close piece
and
to the puzzle,
what's making it hurt so much. Yes. And I feel like that's what she's more hurt, that it was someone this close to her. At the end of the day, your man should know better. He's even after this whole shit, he didn't care.
Yeah.
He's still out running around with hoes.
Right.
Excuse my language, but he's out there running around with other girls, and it don't seem like he's looking to be with you. And from what I heard is when this whole thing broke out, he went to stay in the first baby house. So at the end of the day, how much do he care about you and want to work it out with you that he's running back to the first baby mother? And the first baby mother, I'm sorry to say, if this is true and you allowed that, you stupid too, because he left you to be with this girl when you was pregnant.
Right. You know what I feel about the Kardashians? Like, I'm sorry, but in a way, they put themselves out there already.
Right.
To receive this sort of treatment from men.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, men only do what you allow them to do.
Mm-hmm.
So all their business is everywhere.
And she took him back the first time.
Yes,
and who knows how many times before that we just didn't see it. But
they're vulnerable all the time.
Right.
In every relationship, they're just a vulnerable woman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of sad, but at the end of the day, you can't.
I always thought she was the strongest sister out of all of them, because she really, like, that's one thing about Chloe. She's a ride or die. How many chances you gonna give? I mean, I agree, but
we all been through several relationships within our lifetime.
I think when children come into play, it's a little bit harder. You start. No, listen, I'm not even gonna lie, because I got 2 kids and I've been through so much stuff. And being that you have 2 kids, it's harder for you to walk away from something. You trying to keep your family together, but if it's getting to the point where it's getting out of hand, disrespectful, no respect.
But she has 1 child by him, correct?
Yeah.
1 child.
You're right. I don't know. I just feel like the whole situation with those 2, Jordyn should have kept quiet.
She should have told the truth from the beginning. That's where she fucked up. If she would have spoke her whole truth from the beginning.
And how you don't know that someone's there that know them?
Right.
Like, you was just that, like, naive or drunk or, under the influence that you didn't even peep that somebody that was in there that knew them was telling on you.
And then also, let's watch who we label as friends.
Right.
Because supposedly one of her so-called friends is the one that told the story, correct?
You see, I don't know.
One of the people she was there with?
I'm not sure. I heard it was somebody.
There's supposed to be no phones allowed.
Right, and that's another thing. She said that too in an interview, that she didn't know people's phones got taken away.
How you didn't know that?
Jordyn, you know, because this day and age, everybody's like this in their phones. Party, no party. Everybody's like this. If you ain't see everybody looking down like this.
She even made a New Millennium comment saying, like, that's how it is in the New Millennium. You go to one party, then you go to the next, then you go to the next.
Right.
You end up at somebody's house at the end of the night.
She know what it is. She know what it is. She playing. I think that her story, she should have just stood quiet. Let that shit blow over. Like, don't, like, sometimes you gotta just make this matter private. Like, you don't have to speak out.
So, by you saying she didn't have to speak out, what happens if she hadn't said nothing at all? And it got out, whether it was through pictures or somebody tweeted the next day, oh, I seen such and such and such. If she hadn't said nothing to Chloe at all, how would she have looked as a friend?
She would look real fucked up. I'm sorry.
So at this point, it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right. And
that's why if you're going to tell something, you tell it all at once. You don't wait.
And that's my thing is this is you in the shadow of the most popular people.
Family, yes.
Like you know things is gonna get back to them. So I think that was her opportunity to say, look, Chloe, I don't want to have to tell you this, but I was at Tristan's house and this is what happened.
Right.
And let her take it from there, because she would have probably, as a woman, respected you more if you would have said something.
And I believe that's why she's so upset, because she didn't give her the opportunity
to make that decision.
Right.
I get it.
It's like all she received was, okay, this happened and you was there and all you said happened was this. Now you're saying this.
Right, it was just a party.
Right.
That's exactly what she said. Oh, it was just a party and nothing happened. And I'm pretty sure she was questioning you because she know her man. Did you see anything? Like, if I knew my man is a cheater and I know you was at his party, I'm gonna be like, girl,
yes, what happened, what he did, who he was with. And that's why she probably didn't say anything. Because she probably asked.
But then that's another thing. Like, some people are afraid to tell their friends, this is what I saw, or this is what happened.
It's not about what she saw. It's about what took place. You knew that you draped your legs over him while he was sitting there.
That's how I feel like that.
You knew that he kissed you. Mm-hmm. Come on, that was the number one thing you should have said. Mm-hmm. He kissed me. You know, as a friend, sometimes you don't want to tell your friend what you've seen or what you heard or even what you did. But I feel if you're a true friend, if you're a real friend and you love your friend, even if you was wrong, you're going to admit to what you did, only because you want to keep that relationship. It might not be the same, but you can't change who you love.
She young.
You know,
at the same time.
It's not about being young, twin. It's about being smart and knowing right from wrong and being a woman about your shit no matter what. That's what it's about.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she's still a young girl. She's not looking at it like that. We grown women.
How old is she?
She's what? In her early 20s.
In our early 20s.
Like 21.
In our early 20s, we knew what not to do to disrespect one another.
That's true, but
even on the drunk night, girl, I said I fucked up, sorry. You know?
No.
Because I was blow up queen. I told all the business, like, my bad, girl.
And we was real friends enough to
not take
that shit seriously.
That's what I mean.
Like,
if they was really friends, they was really, really friends,
she should have been able to say it.
And you know, I've been in a situation like that where I felt my real friend shouldn't have spoke my business to coworkers or fake friends.
Right.
But when you love, you love.
Right.
And if there's room for forgiveness and growth, you always allow that.
And she
always allow it.
You know, I'm pretty sure she was scared, but even if Chloe was mad at that moment that what happened and she was mad at her, she would have got over it, because she would have basically, like we said, she would have respected her more as a woman for saying it. Like, at least she told me, you know, and it won't be everybody teaming up on Jordyn. Because that's what it is. They teaming up on her.
If Jordyn would have spoke her truth from the beginning, she could have went live on any social platform.
I still don't care. That girl is telling something. The truth. She's not telling the truth.
I think she's telling it all now. But she still looks stupid because you should have said it from the beginning.
She is not telling the truth. I think something was going on with them. I don't care how comfortable. What you mean?
Like, you think something was going on prior to that night? Or something happened that night?
I think something happened that night. Like, I don't want to think that way, but her story is hoes. You draping your legs over him kissing you at the door.
Can I say
don't
something
sound
though?
right. You came with friends.
I don't think something like that could just occur that night. It has to have been looks.
Or a brush.
Something, gestures. Something, eye connection. Something for either party to say in their head. Anything to make him feel comfortable enough to kiss her and her to be comfortable enough to drape her legs or even to go to the party if she wasn't going with her
Kylie,
friends, right?
Especially Kylie. Like, I'm going. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and then this is again, you're a celebrity. You don't want people to look at it differently. So don't put yourself in a situation like that, because at the end of the day, if it was you wouldn't want that shit to happen to you. And I always tell people, you gotta put yourself in other people's shoes. If you was the person, if you was Chloe, and your sister best friend went to your ex-man or man's party and draped his legs over, and he was comfortable enough to kiss.
You know what I can speak on, Twin? Because we've been in this situation before. I've never went to your ex anything and haven't came home and told you anything.
That's true.
Whether they was together or not.
That's
so
right.
It's just like
that's right.
It's girl code. It's bestie code. You supposed to tell it all. Like I don't know, but I know y'all not together. But girl,
listen, this is what happened.
That bitch.
And even though I'd be like, I don't care, like,
but still, I told you, so.
right,
because you're my friend
like
slash sister.
We
family.
Don't want it to be like, oh, Sydney was there and she
ain't say nothing. Right,
like,
right.
At the end of the day, y'all friends. Like you gotta be able. And so what if you felt she was gonna be mad at you? Look at you now. She's still mad at you.
Yes. And ladies, please, we need to do better at this.
Right.
We need to do better at
on both sides.
We speaking to our women. We need to do better
and uplift each other. Yes,
we got to do better than this.
Put ourselves in situations for people to assume something or to think something. We have to do better. And on the other side, we can't get mad at our friend because we telling the truth.
Right.
You can't do that, because then that's what make people not want to come and say anything.
Right.
You know, they're gonna be like, see, this is why I don't want to get in somebody's business now, because they get upset or they throw your ass under the bus. This person said this. Like, it shouldn't be none of that. We all know what it is. Nobody should be dropping names. I'm sorry. Right. Don't drop my name if I told you something.
And you know what I feel? Because I'm working on this within myself. When you receive information, instead of responding first, you need to take it, receive it, and analyze it before you react or even speak.
I agree.
Most of the time, we react upon at the spur of the moment, whether it's anger, happiness,
and
whatever.
That's what she did when she put that tweet out.
Yeah,
Chloe.
We gotta analyze it, especially considering them and the platforms that these women are on, even the man.
And she's such a close person. I'm pretty sure she's seen so much.
I think they just need to sit down.
And it could be fake. I'm sorry, they all still following the girl. Like,
right.
I looked
on
it could be a
publicity stunt. It could be.
And she's still following Jordyn. At the end of the day, if it's that serious, real
girl,
quick,
think about it.
Unfriend.
She probably following her because she want to be nosy, get the tea, like, what this bitch saying about me.
True.
Because once you unfollow, they can not accept you back. They can block you.
That is true.
Or whatever.
But I had that situation when I got. Well, that's another conversation.
Yeah. But it's similar shit.
Talking about friends unfollowing friends that you thought was your friend. I'm sorry.
Yes.
But we just want to know your thoughts, your comments. Please, when we post this video, we want you to join the conversation, because like we said, this is our opinion.
Right. And we want to conversate with you guys as well. So please reach out, comment, subscribe, people,
like,
please.
Share if you need, share. Get the word out. Like, we want more people. We want to reach an audience, because we all go through similar things. Just because they celebrities doesn't mean we don't go through the same situations.
Right. And just remember, if you guys comment, you got a chance of getting your comment read live on our next episode, and we can engage more. So with all that being said, I'm Sid.
I'm Twin.
And we're out.